Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Gunpla TV. We are on episode 304 now, and I'm once again joined by my lovely co-host, Lindsay. Welcome back.
We're only 96 episodes away from episode 400.
Yay!
But anyways, so I'm Lindsay, this is Todd, and we're on Gunpla TV.
That we are, and what do we talk about on Gunpla TV?
Figures? Anyways, so on Gunpla TV, we mainly talk about Gunpla, but we also cover other sci-fi model kits as well. We do, and the occasional car or something, but it's mostly kits.
Mostly kits, mostly a lot of Bandai kits. And speaking of Bandai kits, look what has come in.
Is it a new MG?
It is indeed a new MG, and this is a rather large box. This is actually rather a kind of a bit bulky, heavyish box too. You can see how thick it is. This is the, can you read what it says on the front of the box there?
I think it says the Sinanju Stein.
That's right, it is the new Sinanju Stein
the
narrative version. But I just think this artwork is kind of funny because it really blocks, like, I don't know what's the point of having this text here if you're not going to be able to read it. Just get rid of that text and just have a nice picture of the robot itself. But yes, indeed, Sinanju Stein. It is here, and it looks great. It looks lovely. I'm looking forward to getting this big guy put together.
It's got a nice gray tone going.
It does indeed. The original Stein was more white, so this is kind of interesting. It's a bit more gray. But also, speaking of white, we have a new Build Divers kit that has come in. Build Divers 25, I think. And this is the base Gundam.
GM's mobile suit.
One thing I really enjoy about this kit, and when you open up the box you can really see it, but you can kind of tell by the box art too, it has really fluorescent colors.
Kind of like today's subject.
Speaking of fluorescent,
holy balls. Okay, look at these.
Yeah, look at that.
It's almost like a neon pink and yellow gun on there.
Like, I guess maybe you could use like highlighters.
Yes, that's what it looks like, a highlighter.
It's the same like pink and blue and yellow that you would get from those highlighter markers. really
that is special.
Isn't it? That's kind of cool.
That is going to shine on your shelf.
Yes, I think that will definitely stand out. I wonder, that would be cool if Bandai kind of molded in like that kind of color that if you turn off the light it just kind of glows a little bit. Probably not, paint, but it would look cool. But yes, indeed, speaking of rather bright-colored Gundams, I went ahead and I built the GyaGya, because last week I mentioned how I was excited that this kit finally came out, because the runners actually date back to 2014. But that's because they used this kit as the base for a Build Fighters kit. But they never released the kit that it was based off of. Until now, in 2019, 5 years after that kit finally came out. And actually, I was going to bring that kit in just so I can compare the two. But that kit I built before, it was so long that it came out that I built that before I was working here.
Wow, really?
So that one got boxed up when I moved here. And actually, I'm not sure if it's here or if it's like still in a box somewhere. I built it once, but I just couldn't find it. But actually, maybe that's a good thing, too, that I didn't bring that, because I still love... the GyaGya is the name of that Build Fighters kit. Okay. So just to see the GyaGya next to the Jarja, it's going to really make you want to buy the
GyaGya Jarja.
Jarja.
I was telling Todd, these colors, no offense, but they remind me of a Happy Meal. You know, the very basic, the box that has just the bright red with the yellow M on it. Yeah.
It's really McDonald's looking, I guess. It could come in a Happy Meal set.
Not to spoil anyone's enjoyment.
Japanese Gundam Happy Meal set.
But I always love red, so I appreciate it.
All right, so we're going to take a look at this Mick Gundam in a bit. But also we have another one that I was really excited for. I mentioned this on the last week's episode. This is actually like probably the one thing that I was most excited to see at that Tokyo Hobby Show.
And why wouldn't you be?
Right, it's just amazing. Awesome. It's just amazing. It's the Hato, but now he gets like his own like mobile walking suit, and it kind of reminds me of those Hasegawa kits that I actually covered that on the show.
Yes, you did, the Mechatro Wego.
The Mechatro Wego. So it kind of reminds me of a Mechatro Wego in a way too. And Ardith brought up a good point last week that this is like something that would be really good for fans of like steampunk.
It's just so funny because Hato can float around anywhere he wants,
right?
But you're making him like stuck to the ground by giving him legs
him in this
and arms.
Like mecha suit, but it has like a jet too on the back, so he can
so
still fly around.
Space suit. Basically, it gives him longer arms than before because he already has arms and legs.
Yes, that pop out inside. Of his thing. And speaking of that, shall we take a closer look at this guy first?
Let's check him out. Okay. I want to see what he's got.
All right, so here it is, the Haropla Mobile Haro. Once again, as I mentioned like a million times already, I've been really looking forward to this kit. And doesn't it look great? It looks really awesome, I have to say.
It's just very different for Hato.
It is quite different.
Difference always good.
That it is. All right, so as you can see, now he's got legs that he can walk. They bend out, and he's got... Oh,
can he flex?
He can flex. He's got some pretty decent posability, I have to say, actually.
There we go.
So, yeah, look at that flexing. Oh, boy, he's flexing there. And look at, you can, shoulders... Because, like, the arms are more open, there's no, like... shoulder armor that's kind of blocking this. That really also allows you to get some great kind of posability on this kit as far as the arms go.
It can only go straight like that. It can't go any further.
Yeah, it's not a double jointed elbow there.
This is just a ball joint. So
just a simple ball joint. Although because it is a ball joint, you can also use the, and I thought that I saw that mentioned here. Yes, they do mention it here. Let me bring in the box here. Because they have those simple ball joints, they have those option sets for the Build Fighters, including the really nicely detailed hands. So you can swap out those hands for the optional hand set. Also, they show that you can plug in some armor pieces onto this guy. So that looks really cool. You can really go crazy with this guy if you want. So they're providing us maulers with like a canvas here. And with this canvas, we can make our own unique creations.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
So let's also take a look at the legs real quick.
Okay.
So he can just go out like that, back and forth.
Right.
And then the knee bends like that. So,
yes, it does.
Oh, no, and the leg comes off like that. And this is just a ball joint down here.
Just a simple ball joint. But it's got a pretty good range of motion.
Yeah.
All right, and also let's show off. So this kit is based off of those mini Hato kits that we have shown off previously. And on the inside, you get the same Hato as you could buy separately. Now he is molded in white. So if you don't want to have this Hato inside of this mobile suit, you can actually lift that open and just pop out your little Hato here. Whoops, he came with the peg, but the peg is supposed to stay inside of the suit. So they have this little peg on the inside here, and that just kind of keeps him stable and in the same place. But yes, you get your standard little mini Haropla kit with the movable arms and everything. And it also comes with the standard stand.
This is puzzle piece.
The puzzle piece, so this will work with all your petite guys as well. And it has that nice option on the bottom here, so you can store the hands and the legs when they're not being used. So, really cool kit. And this continues on their unique use of the Hato kit. The first one that we saw was this one here, which is another favorite of mine, the little Hato ball, based on the ball Gundam. So we've got quite the collection going on here now, and I'm looking forward. I hope Bandai doesn't stop with this. I hope we keep seeing some other cool, interesting Hato creations.
Indeed. I also like that the box looks very retro. It looks like the old Gunpla kit boxes to me.
Yeah, somebody else mentioned that also, that the box art that the Ball Gundam had that too. It's really based on the old like 1980s Gundam.
Very cool.
It is quite cool. You can see the side there. Okay.
All right.
There we go. Now let's take a look at the next one. Alright, it's GyaGya time! Yes, we have it here after 5 long years of waiting for this kit. It's finally here. And it looks quite cool, except Lindsay mentioned the colors are quite different, quite
They're just
unique.
A little brighter than I thought they would be from the official pictures.
Artwork. Alright, well, now that you've mentioned that, let's bring in that box here, and let's see kind of compared how it looks here. So this is what they show on the box here. It is, I guess it is little bit more subdued.
Well, even on this picture, it looks a little more subdued to me.
A bit more subdued, but once
not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing, but yes, in the flesh, or in the plastic, I guess we should say, it is quite bright, and it is quite McDonald's looking. But that's cool. I mean, I don't mind. Oh, I just noticed his sword there, but I have to say I completely forgot to bring it. It must still be sitting on my table at home. So he has this really cool looking sheathed sword that pops in on the side here. And although I think you guys can probably use your imagination with where I'm going with this, it has this nice kind of holder sheath to it, but if you actually wanted to plug in the sword, it has like one of those beam saber type things that just plugs right into here.
I
So
see.
if you actually wanted to equip his sword into his hand, let me use the manual to illustrate the point. It has a clear beam saber that just pops on the inside there. So there is that option. I just wanted to mention that because I saw that right away that I forgot. So this is a cool kit. I like the Zeon mobile suits. I've always mentioned that. So this is in the same traditional vein as other Zeon mobile suits. You get that single mono eye that's sitting there on the inside of his head. Now that's all stickers. Now as regarding stickers for this kit, there actually aren't a whole lot of stickers that you have to apply. There's one for the gun, you got the mono eye. You have this one that actually goes underneath the mono eye, so you're putting the mono eye sticker on top of a mono eye. And you have a couple of little tiny pieces here in the chest that you have to apply there. Those are all stickers, those little black things. And two little yellow streaks for that go on the toes of his feet. But really, that's it as far as stickers. All of the other yellow pieces that you're seeing on this kit, these are all molded in plastic, a quite bright yellow plastic, I guess you should say. But also what's cool is, I mean, they have the really bright plastic, but then they also have this darker colored plastic. So you get that nice kind of two-tone-ish red color to it.
You can see it very well here.
Yes, you can on his, I don't know if you would call that a binder or whatnot, but that is a cool option. Now let's take a look at that here too. Now they have this kind of cool feature. Let me bring over the manual again here so that you can show how fancily they have done it. So those binders on the back, you can flip around the shoulders and then they would be on the front.
Ah, the variable shield.
The front. So there's just like a ball joint on the inside of the shoulder here. So you should be able to just kind of, whoops, rotate them around like so. And so yeah, you get that poking on the inside, and then you kind of have this thing on the front. So that's kind of a cool looking shield if you wanted to go that way. It looks cool. I think it looks awesome. Just this kit, I've been looking forward to it for so long. I just think it's an awesome looking mobile suit. And as far as range of movement that we have going for this kit, gosh, I don't even remember watching if Sid ever covered the original GyaGya on this show, because that would have been back in the old Sid and Ryan days that kit came out. So his arm, you've got this kind of big bulky shoulder that you are going to have to deal with. But the arm has, of course, the traditional standard kind of double joint going on for the elbow there. I just popped off the shoulder. You get your standard kind of polycap shoulder joint on the arm there. Whoops, I'm just breaking everything off here, aren't I? Let me plug this guy. Oh, no. See,
you are Mr. Butterfingers
You know, I am just Mr. Butterfingers. I can't control my own strength. Isn't that the best way to say it? Okay, maybe I'm going to have to retire here on on doing reviewing his movements here, because I just knock everything out of place when I try to move him around. Let's go into the legs. I'm less likely to knock those over. But yeah, the arms, the shoulders, you'll be able to pose it. You get some good movement in there, but you will probably knock some stuff off. All right, double jointed knee joint here, so he's going to have some nice flexibility. But you do have this kind of largest kind of butt plate in the back, so that's going to maybe hinder the leg movement a little bit as far as what you want to go. But, oh, there I go, knocking something else off. Well, I'm really good at that. I gotta say, that's probably my specialty. But yeah, he can go pretty wide. The shoulder skirts, they float up, of course, so that's not too bad. And on the foot there, you've got these kind of leg guards that kind of prohibit the leg movement or the foot movement a little bit, but you have your standard kind of ball joint on the bottom there, so not too bad. You should be able to get some decent poses out of this guy if you want. And as far as weapons go, besides that sword that I mentioned briefly there earlier, gosh, let me see if you can get him standing for me.
I will use my delicate hands
to
not knock anything
okay,
off.
So let's take a look. So he comes with this. I gotta say, this is a really cool looking gun, because usually when we get the weapons in HG kits, they're like two halves and then you sandwich it together.
And they're all
boom,
gray.
You're done. But yes, on this one, we actually have some molded in plastic color separation on the gun itself. we get the nice red pipes that go on the gun. So that is quite awesome. There's your standard sticker for the sight there on the gun. You have like a shoulder kind of end plate that has a little bit of a flex to it. And also here, you'll see this connector here. And when you're not using the gun, you can take your connector there and you can plug it into the back, into his back. So that is another nifty feature, so you don't lose his gun. So if you're a fan of Zeon suits, I really recommend this guy because he just looks awesome when he's standing up here, his big bulky shoulders, and nicely cool and great look. Okay, so yes, Hato and Jarja. Excellent kits. Kits that I've been looking forward to these two for a year. Or 5 years, really.
And now you can do the MG next.
And now we get another Stein.
Your January is almost complete.
My January is almost complete. That it is. And... right.
Let's complete the show with some comments. So our first one comes from DeCancer, who said, any ideas when the new Iron-Blooded Orphan kits are going to come out?
That would be no. Alright, so we don't really have like much advanced notice until Bandai sends out the information to all of the shops like, hey, these kits are going to be available, you can start taking pre-orders for it. So until they send us that information, we don't know what
or at the hobby shows.
Or at the hobby shows, but we haven't had a hobby show since Tokyo, and I mean, we're still getting stuff that they showed at the Tokyo hobby show just released now, but actually really after this month, I'm having trouble remembering like what they have planned. Like it just seems like there hasn't been anything announced recently. Like end of December, there was a holiday. Yeah. So they didn't send out, like usually end of the month, beginning of the month, we get like a list of new stuff that's going to be coming. But I don't remember, we never got one for that period,
we only have one new item up for pre-order this month, which is the Destiny Gundam.
There was a new kit that just went up on our site, and that was, I believe, the HG Destiny.
Yeah, HGUC maybe.
Right. Or AC, because it would be an alternate.
Oh. Well, anyways, so we just have one, which is a little sad. We usually have a big group. But
they could be saving reveals because they have a new anime movie series coming out. It's called Hathaway's Flash.
Okay.
So actually, just on YouTube, like last week or the week before, they showed like a teaser trailer for this, and they showed I think it's called the Z Gundam. Mm-hmm. It's this really massive mobile suit. So I'm hoping we'll finally get a kit of that as well, since they're making an anime of it. Usually we get stuff related to that. So
because they need just new material right now. Right. Otherwise the kits just stopped. Anyways, next comment comes from Mecha Artist Cole 1815, I think. Okay. Wait, is that the whole name? I don't know. Anyways, he says, hey guys, in episode 300, the team meeting scene had one of the team reviewing snacks. Okay. Perhaps you'd inadvertently hit upon a cool idea for a new show. So, basically, we had actually done something like that before on Toy Goku as well. David had this eating, not curry? Competition yet, but the curry, this like really hot curry that we kind of not dared him to eat, but that we gave him prizes for if he ate the whole thing within a certain amount of time. But we are considering doing kind of a different a different show on our channel that just covers like more general Japanese cultural things like food or anime series, like review rather than toys. Anyways, but
sounds exciting.
in the works. We don't have anything concrete planned for the near future.
Okay, but now that we've mentioned that, we're going to get a bunch of people commenting all this, hey, when is that Japanese culture and food channel going to start? We still get the Boss Builds comments all the time. Hey, when's the next Boss Builds?
Yeah, but that was a show that was already up for a while.
But now that we've mentioned this...
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay, you guys have to keep on it. We'll get to it.
Anyways,
it's in the plans.
So, do you have a winner for us?
I do indeed. All right, so this week, the random number generator has chosen for our HobbyLink Japan 2,000 yen store credit. It goes to comment number 28, and that is from Lone Wolf Tommy. And Lone Wolf Tommy says, Ghost Soarer is a weird but awesome addition to the Bandai model kit lineup.
Yes.
In my opinion.
It is.
And definitely it is. And that's the kind of stuff I like to see. It's from Bandai, so you know it's going to be a great kit. And it's not Gundam, just something new. So
yeah, it's unique. It's got the little dinosaurs.
Yes, it can transform. Lots of different transformation options. So that is really, really cool.
Yep.
All right. So if you guys out there would also like to win 2,000 yen HobbyLink Japan store credit, all you need to do is go to hobbylink.tv and find episode number 304 and post a comment. Please remember to be registered on hobbylink.tv when you post these comments. So that way I actually have a way that I can contact you back.
Right. If your name is not orange, it means you're not signed in or signed up.
Right.
So just make sure your name turns from black to orange.
Yes, indeed. Okay, Lindsay. So I think that about wraps it up for our episode 304 here. Is there anything else that we would like to say to our viewers out there?
Well, you can also find us on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and links to all of those are on hlj.com at the top of the page.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
We'll see you there.
We will indeed. All right, everybody out there, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and hit that subscribe button, and we will see you again in a future episode, so stay tuned.
See ya.